I'm live in front of Osun State Government Secretariat, where the Osun State Labour, Organised Labour have come together, and of course with pensioners and basically all workers, stating a lot of things like Western embassies should issue visa ban on any politician that is culpable of corruption in the coming election. That is not the only thing they are saying. They are saying INEC is expected to be impartial in the coming election. That is still another one. And then they have lots of placards. Osun pensioners are not for sale. But then it would be better to hear directly from their mouth, especially, yes, the chairman of the Osun State Organised Labour, who would be speaking directly with us. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, can you tell us why we have so much crowd here this morning?
Well, it's not far-fetched from the fact that everyone here is organized labor, Osun organized labor, workers and pensioners. We are here to register our displeasure on the happenings in Osun, and it's not far from the truth that thugs has been going around shooting here and there, and policemen who are supposed to do their duty, their job, out there doing nothing. That thugs in Osun State are moving freely, even at the point that a competent court giving a judgment, a warrant of arrest for a particular or some thugs who were shooting around in Osun State. The police are claiming ignorance as we speak to do the right thing. And as far as Osun State is concerned, the labor, we are major stakeholders as far as the country is concerned. Out here you see workers, pensioners here to register our displeasure. And again, on the issue of EFCC, we discovered they were not properly briefed or properly informed or well informed. But we are here out here today to let the whole world know what really happened. In April 8th, on the April 8th of this year, the Organized Labour wrote the current state government to request for palliative for workers. Today, we are coming here with evidences. We wrote a letter to the state government to give workers and pensioners palliative. This will help to cushion the effects of the economic struggle in Nigeria. But surprisingly, to our own surprise, the opposition under Alhaji Boyega Itola, they wrote a press release saying the current government wanted to bribe the workers and pensioners of Osun State, of which they target vote buying. But we are here to share the light on it. That labor, Osun State Organized Labour, we are the one that requested for palliative for all workers and pensioners in Osun State. And our request was, we demanded for 20,000 naira. But we had a meeting with the governor, and he promised to pay 10,000 naira flat to all workers and pensioners in Osun State. It is not a crime to have a governor who is worker-friendly. It's not a crime to have a governor who believes workers and pensioners should enjoy their lives. We're happy to have him. It should not be a crime. Even if you want to come to power, why not follow the due process? It should not be a thing of you trying to come behind the door, from the back door. And we are here to say that workers and pensioners and the good people of Osun State should be allowed to cast their votes for whosoever that they want to do that. We are directing this to our own father, the father of the country, the father of Osun State, our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to please call these people to order. Let the police do their job. Their job is to protect lives and property of the nation, the good citizens. And like I said, we are major stakeholders as far as this state is concerned, and even the country. We are very, very important. And our people should be allowed to cast their votes. It is our constitutional right, our civic right. We should be allowed to do that. We are pleading now. And I want to say this, don't forget, many years ago, wet here, that is, like they say, started in Osun State. The answers we are talking about many years ago started in Osun State. We don't want war. Osun State should not be turned to a battlefield. They should allow every one of us to go and cast our vote, our civic right. And as organized labor in Osun State, we are saying no worker, pensioner, or good citizen of Osun State must go down on this election. Please, this is a warning. Enough is enough. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Now let's move to you. For some persons have said, how sure are we that we're expecting a free, fair, and credible election come August 15? What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, thank you so very much. As you rightly said, that how sure are we that we are going to have a free and fair election? That is our admonition. That is our wish, and that is our thought, and that is how we felt things should be in a democracy that we claim we are running in Nigeria. So, and that particularly is the reason why you see us gather here this morning, particularly to refute a kind of flying news which alleges that the government of Osun State, under the leadership of our able governor, Jackson Adeleke, is paying money for vote buying, which was tagged as vote buying money. I want to state clearly today that around April this year, we did meet with the state government in order to demand for palliative for our people to ameliorate the suffering brought about by the hike in prices of fuel in Nigeria. So as a result of that, we demanded for palliative of 10,000 naira for all workers and pensioners. And since then, we've been expecting them to do the needful, but it was not forthcoming. So in July this year again, we did a reminder. We wrote a letter again to reminding them of that, to that effect. And we met and we agreed at that meeting that the government, we demanded as labor leaders 20,000 naira for our people. But the government did pleaded with us that they'll be able to afford just 10,000 naira. It was sealed and signed. Today, before we dispatch here, we are going to display that letter which we wrote in April as the received copy, so that everybody will see, whole world will see that we did wrote that letter indeed. Then, so we agreed to that in July that they are going to pay 10,000 naira, and they paid that for July and August, which make it 20,000 naira erroneously, maybe because people don't have their fact, all the details before them, so they misplaced it to be interpreted it to be a vote buying. So we are particularly here to clarify that was transpired behind the scene. Thank you so very much.
All right, thank you. My final question will be to the leader of the pensioners. You know how important it is for us to expect old people at this election. Okay, I'm coming to you. But then, now that they've assured us that this money is meant for palliatives, what do you have to say? Do you think pensioners will still be able to come out? I'm talking about old and aged people for this election.
Surely they are coming out. We are solidly behind Governor Adeleke. This palliative is not the first time we've been demanding for it from different governors. But Oyetola failed to give us palliative during his time and increments. We demanded for it. But when the present governor came, we demanded for palliative and increment in our pensions. Because our people are getting 3,500 monthly, 5,500, 1,000. But it's this present government that increased the payment of pensioners since the time we've been demanded for increment. So it's no bribe at all. It's our own right, and it's a gift from God.
All right. Thank you very much. And finally, you've heard that he said it is no bribe at all. It is a gift. What do you have to say about that?
What I want to say about that is, you know, immediately after the new minimum wage announcement, there was a fuel increase from 700 or 800 to 1,003 something. Then we find it difficult that how will workers move around? Even the new minimum wage is no more in control again. We don't enjoy the salary because of the increase in petrol price.